Keep us warm. Good evening, everybody. Right, 10 minutes. This is called King of the Seaside Show. And if you think you know who this is about, you might be right. In a town not far away, there's a toy celebrity who knows everybody's name, though their name for him's just vain. From his cheeky, chappy smile, they all run a country mile to not have to pay him court, 'cause he's not the clubbing sort. He's the king. All hail the king. In his mind, he's the king of a seaside show. He will squeeze into your life, but he'll never fit the clothes. His jukebox is out of date and the waltzer's running slow. Lose your lunch, but not your mind, 'cause he's not the greatest find. Look around and lift your heart. Time to wake up with a start. Down the road, they know his name, up the town and in the lanes, but across the bay at night, he'd be picked on in a fight. 'Cause the world's a brutal place, and they'd smash his ugly face. If he tried his shtick out there, they'd tear out his little hairs. When you're living in dreamland and your best friend's not a man, he can't see the wood for trees he thinks were put there for his needs. Have you seen his TV thing? It's the one on which he's king. Just pretend that it's the dogs and nip out to find the bogs. By the sea and in the hills, there will always be cheap thrills. Life's big trick is not to pause. Try to settle some scores. Take a long look at the throne, count your blessings, stay at home, 'cause he's not the clubbing sort, and with luck you won't get caught. Yeah, I was trying. It's really good to, bring the mood down at the beginning. Just, workshop that one later and just discuss it. This is about love. Or is it? It's called Is It You? Love at first sight, confused with lust, or worse, mistook for one we lost or overlooked. Pupils dilate, be still my heart. My destiny arrived, cherub Cupid's dart on us decided. The twist of hair, acute incline, the mimicry of manners stimulates the monetized minds of hobby wedding planners. It must be smell or chemistry that binds us in love's matrix. If it is electricity, well, that would make it physics. There is no art, not much to see in fate, sheer luck or miracle. Perhaps it's all biology, and we are just plain gullible. I saw some people getting off a bus, clearly going to visit one of their adult children, and the poignancy of their trip I found quite amusing, actually. This is called Going Down, best read in a Midlands accent, but I shan't do that in case anybody's from the Midlands. Anybody from the Midlands?
Yeah.
There you go. Chose well. Arriving by coach from the Midlands, they're excited, no nervous, well anxious. And the glue that locks up their hands is the hope she's a little less thankless. They will tell her of their lovely journey, except for that man who was sick, and ask if they have real chips here. Do they cut them right proper and thick? Leatherette case, bought mail order. Cooper's catalogue fell from the mail. Used twice a year if they're lucky, and the stitching's beginning to fail. This time it's to their eldest daughter, not inclined though to see them at all. She's something high up in that crypto, which explains why she's too busy to call. They've no choice but to come to the city. It's not friendly or happy or green, but there's somebody famous from TV in a show which they'll boast that they've seen. On the journey back home to the quiet, the pains in her voice, hush dear, don't. There's our son, he's another high flyer. I'm sure he'd like a visit. He won't. Right, there's always the risk of doing something topical, so here's something topical. It's called Where Are You From? Where are you from? I mean, really. You can tell me if your answer's the right one. Where are you from? Well, your people. Say the word now and I will be gone. Where are you from originally? Not from here, but do you have a dark secret? Where are you from? Not the same place as me. Spit, spot, spat girl, and my work here will be done. Where are you from? My questions I've hardly begun. I'm a little bit scared of your difference, and I'm not the only one. One called Foreplay, but it's very misleading as a title, so I won't do that one. Do you fancy a relatively non-rhyming one?
Yeah.
Come on then. Right, here we go. This is very unlike what I do. This is called Memories of a Perfect Day on the Beach. Memories of a perfect day on the beach. Bucket and spade, paper flags of each of the home countries, whippy ice cream with sprinkles, red sauce and one flake, not two. Donkeys carrying laughing children squealing with delight. A beach that was both the finest sand and yet pebbly, so you didn't take the grains home with you, yet you'd find them weeks later in a seam in your swimming trunks, smelling of, you assume, seaweed. Nippers playing in the sea on garish inflatable animals, Punch and Judy, humour from another place, making the mums and dads howl with laughter and their charges join in, not yet understanding. Balding men with handkerchiefs knotted, wedged in municipal deck chairs, string vests and rolled up long brown work trousers. Old women wearing glasses, a hairnet and thick coat making tea in a pot, egg sandwiches wrapped in paper. Boys and girls in strappy sandals with white socks, kites being flown then pulled away, Kit Kats melting in the occasional break in the clouds, slot machines and one-armed bandits, mechanical cranes lifting nothing at all, roller coaster dodgems helter-skelter on a worn-out doormat. When you get to the bottom, you go back to the top of the slide, legs red raw, eyes wide as saucers. Kids fishing off the end of the pier, tombstoning and swallowing brine, heads peeking through cutouts of crudely painted caricatures, kiss me quick by the smutty postcards. Rock pools, one for each child, containing every imaginable species, starfish, crab and lobster, a pod of whales. Scoping nets, made from bamboo and green gauze held together with 3 staples that rust in the garage between annual visits. You tell the kids today that and they don't believe you, and they're right not to. Perhaps we simply read this in Ladybird books or saw it in films or black and white TV. Blended together to make the perfect memory, designed to bend to make life easier, to massage it as necessary to ensure the reality we deal with is one we're comfortable with. One memory sticks though. Someone's always sick in the car on the way home. How am I doing, timekeeper?
You've got 2 minutes.
Let's just finish with the prayer. This has become a... There you go, see that cackle of acknowledgement, or fear, I don't know. But this has turned into a signature, so I have to do it. This is called the St Pancras prayer, which may be subject to strike action. Let us begin first with thoughts for Ashford and Canterbury West, and stations in between, including plucky little Sturry. For Broadstairs to travel through Herne Bay, high speed via Faversham be thy name. Thy Rainham come, Strood will be done, in Chatham as it is in Rochester. Give us this day our Sittingbourne, and forgive us our Westgate, as we forgive those who Birchington on sea against us. And lead us not into Ebbsfleet, but deliver us from Margate. For thine is the Bubble, the Chesfield and Swalecliffe, for Ramsgate and Dumpton, Gravesend.